So bike night downtown. We'll see you all there. We have two bands and two streets closed down. So Broadway will be for all the bike parking, and then the Hideaway Bar will be for all the vendors. So two streets, two bands. Bad Latitude will be on Broadway, and Costa River Band will be on Dean Street.
And that's actually a great opportunity for the public to come out and see the bike nights in downtown Fort Myers. Just a little bit of history on that, just to be very brief. But a couple years ago, when we had COVID, the River District Association decided that they
Yes.
didn't want the bike nights anymore. So myself and a couple other people ended up going and doing the unofficial bike nights in downtown Fort Myers and Cape Coral to keep it going, to show the city really that the public wants to support this event. They don't want to get rid of it. So that being said, with Chris and the owner of Hideaway, Brian, coming together and doing this bike night without the city doing it or the River District Association doing it, it's a great opportunity for them to bring people down there. The store owners down there really lost quite a bit of money when it came to losing that bike night.
Yeah.
And speaking with a couple of the store owners down there, the jewelry store owners, the antique stores, they were telling me that in those 3 or 4 nights a year, they would make all the revenue they needed in order to stay open. Every
Yeah.
other day open for them was just bonus income. So these bike nights really do have a huge impact when it comes to those small business owners in downtown Fort Myers. And it also just brings out the admiration for motorcycle riding. And whether you have a family and kids and a stroller and they want to just check out the bikes, or you're an enthusiast and you have your own motorcycle and you want to see some ideas of other people's or show off yours, whatever it may be, it's just a great opportunity. So let's not let the Fort Myers bike night die. Let's keep going and working with the Standard and the Hideaway and keep this moving forward for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. It's so funny because I don't know if y'all saw downtown for St. Patrick's Day.
We actually,
Okay? No.
I didn't get a chance to see it because we were rocking out at our post,
Oh.
But we wanted to go at the same time. I'd say about 5 p.m. Many of us couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, nice.
So we had a great time. We even had corned beef, and we had the auxiliary kick in the kitchen, and they volunteered to cook for us.
Oh,
So
that's
we had a great
wonderful.
time. But please proceed with the Fort Myers.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was so funny because they banned bike night for downtown.
I did not
And
know.
yeah, they said we're not going to do it. As soon as COVID hit, it gave them the reason to shut it down. And the hotel there, they didn't want to have that kind of riffraff, to be honest. And I mean, it was like, okay, but things change. Maybe they're just new or whatever. But the whole thing was is that you have to see how many Irishmen were down there for St. Patrick's Day. It was a sea of green, the whole streets, all the streets. So I'm thinking to myself, what's better, bikers or drunken leprechauns, So a whole bunch of drunk Irishmen down there. So
Yeah.
I don't understand the difference, but maybe Luminary changed their mind because Luminary has been great. It brings so much revenue to downtown as well. And like I said, our purpose here, and that's why I love the biker community, is our purpose here is to all work together.
Yeah, and I'll say, every time we did those bike nights, unofficial bike nights in downtown Cape Coral and downtown Fort Myers, speaking with the police officers that were there to assist with security on the event, every time, every event that we spoke with them, they always enjoyed that event because
Yeah.
there was no issues or
Right.
riffraff. I know it's, a lot of people get that different idea of a biker, but most of the bikers that you're seeing, these guys are lawyers, doctors.
Right.
They're riding motorcycles that are $40,000, $50,000 for a
Sure.
motorcycle. That's their weekend project. So don't let the facade, dissuade you in any way. Go down there and just have a good time down at the Fort Myers Bike Night. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. And these guys are out there, and ladies out there, these riders, they're out there to have a good time. They want to enjoy. They want to meet other people and have company and just move on and show other people and give to charity. A lot of these bikers, and we see it all the time. You'll
Right.
see it on 41. You'll see 60, 70 bikes going down 41. You might be stopped at the light. If there's 40 or 50 bikes riding in a row, the reason why is they're probably on a charity event or a benefit event. They don't just do that just to inconvenience people for traffic. So keep that in mind and keep an eye out for the motorcyclists. We always have to keep an eye out for them, especially down here in Florida where we ride 12 months a year.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for saying that, Chris. You know, we so appreciate you guys. And Evo, do you have something to say about that?
Yes, absolutely. Our safety is key. Our
Yep.
safety is key. I've seen too many accidents, and I don't want to see any more. And it's neglect. It is irresponsible people that are texting and distracting themselves. They're not even like being distracted from something else. They're doing it themselves, and they are wiping motorcyclists out. And it's
Mm,
not good. And I mean, watch the news. You'll see people on the news all the time.
yeah.
And it was something that could have been prevented.
Right.
And that's how simple it is.
Yeah.
Pay attention, folks. Pay attention. Look at your blind spots. Don't assume that nothing is there. Check your blind spots.
And the ironic part is, the person that you might get into that auto accident with, that motorcyclist is going to have less of a chance of walking away from it than the person in the vehicle. And that person on the motorcycle, you might even know them. They might be your neighbor, your friend, or a relative, or a friend's relative, or a coworker's relative. So just keep that in mind. I mean, these people aren't out here. No motorcyclists out there to cause ruckus, and if they are, the cops are out there looking for them. They're going to pull them over. So let the cops worry about that. But just keep your eyes open and just watch for motorcycles. That's what all our bumper stickers say. So
Yeah, well, we so appreciate you guys coming out today. And, thanks for writing down here. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell everybody?
stop down and have a drink.
Yeah, come on down. Come on over. Be our guest. I did want to touch a little bit on how to become a member
Yes.
because that's the ultimate goal, right? So you can support, and it's a bigger story than that. But for all the combat veterans, if you had boots on ground, so if you have an expeditionary medal or a ribbon, you have a combat badge or a combat ribbon, if you have hostile fire pay on your leave and earning statement or an imminent danger pay, all that is provable. You can become a member of the VFW. To, so, yes, and our post is offering your first year free, right?
Nice.
So you have the opportunity to become a life member if you so choose to, right? But as of now, we will pay for your first year. So come on over. And now we also have what a little explanation auxiliary, right? We have our auxiliary. They rock. They make everything happen for us. They are the support, right? So in combat, you have your team that's boots on ground facing the enemy, right? And the auxiliary is technically the team that goes and gives the ammo
Right.
and so we've named them the auxiliary.
Nice.
We're not in combat anymore, but I'm just saying that's who they are. They support us. And to become an auxiliary member, you have to have a family member, such as a grandparent, a parent, I believe a sibling, or a sibling, and children. So either or, you can qualify and you can honor them by becoming a member.
Yeah, so basically, I would be able to become a member because, well, my husband passed, but basically, I was a military wife.
Yes, all you have to do, if you don't have it already, just bring a DD
I have his,
214,
yep, I have that.
which is the Department of Defense form showing folks that they were discharged from the military,
Right.
and it lists their schooling and their ribbons, the date they came in, they separated. So that
Okay.
information is necessary to become a member.
Okay. Yeah, I was old Army, so definitely, I'm
Right
going
on.
to come join.
Right on.
And even if you don't have a DD-214 readily available, there is a National Archive record request that you can move forward with, and it's at no cost. So if a family member wants to join the VFW and they don't have that 214, or their husband or grandfather or whatever's deceased for a number of years, they don't have the paperwork. Through that archive request, we can get that 214 at no cost to them, and then they can go ahead and move forward with joining the VFW and helping other veterans and just honoring the legacy that their family already created.
Oh, that's amazing. So tell us your address again of where to go.
We are located at 4709 Southeast 11th Place, Cape Coral, Florida, 33904.
That's amazing. And the website?
It's VFWF, excuse me, correcting, VFW8463.org.
Nice.
.org, right. And you can find our information there. We do have a landline, which is the number. It's the area code is 239, and then it's 542-8463.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
our podcast is actually going to go everywhere around the world and everything. And there's a lot of people that come to this area and they just don't know where to go. They come down here with their motorcycles, buy a house, and they don't know where to go. So that's what we want to do here at the Biker Map.
Yeah, well, there's also another option for that. You have a KSU Cape Coral on
Yes.
Facebook, and you can definitely check that out. And if you meet with the KSU Cape Coral crew, they are directly involved with the VFW riders as well. So there's a lot of members that are of both organizations, and we just like to once again get out and ride. So whether it's VFW riders, KSU, Cape Coral, whatever it may be, the easiest way I think for most people to find it is probably Facebook.
Yeah.
Come join our group. We'll let you in, and you can see what we're doing, and come out and join us for a drink or a ride. Get some
Yeah.
get
So
some wind time.
when is that ride again for the Keys?
The Keys ride is generally in June.
In June.
Yeah, it's about the first week of June. Last couple of years we went there and we were riding down celebrating Evo's birthday. So I
Nice.
got some video. If you ever take a look at that
Uh-oh.
YouTube video with the 7 Mile Bridge, take a look on that. At the very end, there's a little Easter egg in there with Evo and Irish Kevin from Kevin's.
Oh, very good. I'll have to share that one for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna look
Once
for that
again, good times.
one. That's so funny.
Yeah. But if you don't mind, I'd like to speak on
Yeah.
other things. Reality check, okay?
Sure.
These organizations are congressionally recognized. The VFW, the American Legion, the AMVETS, right? The Disabled American Vets, the Purple Heart, so it's going to take the younger generation to step up.
Right.
The younger generation has to come in. Reality check, we don't live forever, right? So
Right.
our World War II vets are slowly going, right? And then
Yeah.
as you move on, the Korean War vets, the Vietnam War vets, we have the Gulf War vets. It's time for the younger guys to come in.
Sure.
Now, I understand there are many organizations that don't cater to younger vets with their families, but it's nothing. Well, it's not nothing. It does take energy, time and energy, but you can make a post by helping and bringing in ideas and doing such things that you can change it
Sure.
so that you can, accommodate for families and stuff, which is
Mhm.
what we're doing.
Right.
And it took all these generations to get together and make it happen.
Right.
And that's what we're doing, and I want to enlighten everyone. The last one we had was the Global War on Terrorism,
Mhm.
right? There's an expeditionary medal for that. That means if since 2001, we have over 20 years of veterans that would qualify for the VFW, and we're not seeing them.
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, what's going on? Well, it's probably because they don't have a clue of what's going on with the VFW. They don't understand that it's all these older veterans that got together with these organizations and made changes at the DC level, right?
Sure.
On Capitol Hill. It's all good stuff, especially if you are the veteran, right?
Right.
You said your husband had passed away,
Yeah.
right? You were assisted.
Mhm.
Imagine not having any assistance,
Right.
and that's what the VFW has been fighting for since day one,
Yeah.
1899.
Yeah. It was actually VFW post 90 that helped me out. Post 90.
Oh, nice. See,
Yeah.
there's so many posts I don't know.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
there's so many posts. Example, there's one right down the street here. We call it the Fort Myers Beach Post,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
We have one on Pondella, which is North Fort Myers.
Yeah.
We have one in Lehigh. We have one in LaBelle. And that's just District 13.
Wow.
So all these different districts, come on by and check it out.
Yeah.
And like Chris was saying, we just added Billy's Pub. Billy was one of our commanders, previous commander. I'm a past commander myself.
Okay.
And Billy unfortunately passed away from COVID complications. But he had a vision, right? And his vision was to accommodate. So move all the smoking from indoors to outdoors,
Sure.
and at the same time enjoy your tropical paradise, right?
Right.
So the Tiki Hut was officially named Billy's Pub in honor of Billy Brennan,
Oh.
right? Our past commander. And it's an amazing place. And we are a canteen. That's military talk for bar, right?
Right.
And we sell cigars. We have every drink known, so, but that's not the only thing we do. As we had mentioned before, we do many other things.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, do you know my buddy Jeff Schott from Mobile Cigars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, he came and did the last bike night, and he'll actually be there at the VFW too. He has Mobile Cigars, and he sets up a tent at the VFW for bike nights.
Yeah, and you know what? His pricing was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, we at the VFW, we don't gouge our vets and our members, right?
right,
So the same cigars we sell are like down the street, $12 to $15. We sell them for $5. They're
very
the
cool.
same cigars, you know. So
Yeah,
we take care of our members. But this guy came around, and he had like a huge selection,
yeah,
and I'm thinking to myself, wow, he volunteered to be a vendor.
right.
He brought cigars. I had to go over there and buy many of them myself. You know, it
Oh,
was
that's
amazing.
great.
But that I'm just saying, a collective. It was all these folks doing stuff.
Yeah, he was amazing because I asked him, my boyfriend, I told him that I had a new vendor, for cigars, and he gave me specific instructions of what he wanted to. So I surprised him for his birthday and found the cigar. He's like, "Oh, she's not going to find it." And it was like a dual blend from Connecticut. I don't know. I smoke a cigar once in a while, but not really. But he was amazed. He's like, "Where did you get this from?" I'm like, Jeff Shot at Shot Mobile Cigars. So they're in the biker map as well, and they like to do our bike nights. But I know Chris, have you bought a cigar from him?
Oh yeah, no. Once in a while, I'll enjoy a cigar. Well, a couple times a year. We
Yeah.
just recently got engaged, so I bought some Cubans when we were out of the country. But
Yes.
you know, other than that, but
Congratulations.
regarding thank you and regarding cigars and like what we're talking about the post, like we said, we have the vendor that is there for bike night. He's got an amazing selection, great prices. We also have our own cigars at the post. And just so everybody knows, our post for many years was smoking inside. Now we have no smoking inside our facilities. So those people who left and they were, upset with the smoking inside, come on back. We've got no smoking inside. Billy's Pub is
Nice.
all outside. That's your smoking area. So you can come enjoy some clean AC and some cheap drinks and some good food. So just keep that in mind too. So don't shy away from us too much.
Yeah, so we have to go and close out for our next segment, but is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about the VFW 8463?
Well, we pretty much said the website. You can find it all there. You know, we're only a phone call away. And if you know of a veteran that is needing assistance, please, it is your responsibility as a citizen of our country to actually say something about it and help. All right? Don't take it for granted that okay, this guy went out there and fought for my freedom, and then when he gets back or she gets back,
Yeah.
now like okay, no big deal. Thanks, pal. No, it doesn't end. We need help. We need camaraderie, right? That's a brotherhood, sisterhood.
Yes.
And we definitely need our government to not forget us,
Yeah.
right? So please, if you're a person that knows of someone, talk to them or something, call the VA or get them assistance. You know, that's how we found out we had homeless veterans in the Everglades.
Yeah.
Now, pay in mind there are some veterans that choose not to assimilate back into society,
Yeah.
and then maybe it's for a very good reason, but they still need assistance. They can't just live out there, you know, buck naked and trying to eat pythons or whatever, you know.
Sure.
All
Right.
right.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's so important to our community.
Yeah, and in addition to, even if you're not a member of any of the local VFWs and you are a veteran and you're in need of assistance, we have numerous programs that are right there in house at the VFWs. We have a veterans relief program. We've had people where we had a husband, wife, and two kids that their house burnt down, and they were waiting for insurance money to come back so that they could, start rebuilding their lives. And it was an unfortunate situation. They were stuck financially, and there's different opportunities that we have at the VFW Post where somebody who is qualified, who is a veteran, can come in, even if they're not a member, and still get that assistance they need. So it's not too much. Just all you have to do is make a phone call or come out in person, just and ask a couple questions, and most likely the help that you need is right there underneath your nose. So feel free to reach out to the VFW in that aspect as well.
Wow, that is so heartfelt. I just thank you guys for coming out today for sure.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Evo and Chris, thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you, Patty. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now we kick stands up.
Kickstands up.
Rock out and let the pipes roar.
Yeah, you guys ride safe. I hope you have a safe trip back, and we will definitely see you for bike night, April the 13th. we'll see you at bike night.
We'll see you then. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.